37, right?
Yeah. Wait. 37. Well, it skips.
37.
It goes 36 to 44.
Oh, here's 37. It's in the next page. It's in the.
Okay.
What did you do? You did an error.
Keep in mind, I don't print it off. Okay? Somebody just printed incorrectly. That's all right. That's all right. You guys can handle it. You're big boys and big girls. All right. Now, let's continue with what we did yesterday. Can anyone look at this example and tell me, hey, there's something weird about that compared to what we did yesterday? There's a -2. What is SO4 -2? Yes. Good. Who is SO4 -2? Elaine. Sulfate. Yes. Now, a long time ago, I told you about sulfates, these groups of atoms that came together and they had an overall charge. And because you guys are not the most inquisitive people in the world, no one asked me, why do they have an overall charge? Well, if you had asked me that, I would have looked at you, Elaine, and said, you're not mature enough to understand. But now you are. Why does -2 have, why does sulfate have a -2 charge? For now, let's just ignore that. Make believe that -2, we don't know how to do these things with -2, so let's just make believe it's not really there. And let's continue with what we did yesterday. Step number 1, who would like to do this one? Somebody new, somebody who did not do this yesterday. Elaine, thank you. You did one yesterday? Okay. Ryan, register. Thank you. Sulfur, how many? Very good. Oxygen, how many? Times? 6 times 4 is? Plus 6? Try again. 24 plus 6. 30. Like I told you, gang, for some strange reason, people can do the chemistry here. They can't do the simple math. I don't know why. All right, so we have 30 electrons to play with. Who's the monkey in the middle, Ryan? Count with me. Go. I was assuming, I thought I heard 13. I was just assuming that he said 14 because then he said 16, and that kind of makes sense to me. So he did say 13. Okay, no, 14. If you're counting by twos, you're going to have to go with 14. 14, 16, go. 18. No, I think we counted wrong. That's 30 right there. That's 30 right there. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Okay, we've got a problem here, Ryan. The oxygen is not satisfied. Now, of course, when that happens, you should double bond. But that's assuming that this oxygen is bonded to somebody, sulfur, who has a pair of electrons that's just sitting around doing nothing. And that is not so. We are screwed, Ryan, because we need 2 more electrons. What, Freddie? Oh yeah, the -2 that we ignored. Maybe that's important. What does the -2 mean? You have 2 more electrons. And that, Ryan Register, is why sulfate is -2, because you come to the end of your rope and you still need 2 more electrons, so you're given 2 more electrons. Who gives you? Normally hydrogen. I like to think of hydrogen as a deadbeat dad, in that it likes to form bonds, and then it just leaves, leaving its electron behind. So most of the time, electrons that are left behind in these polyatomic ions were left behind by hydrogen. Okay? All right, this is still not done. Because if I was to look at this the way it is, I would go, okay, so this is a molecule, but there's too many electrons. Why is there too many electrons in this molecule? This is weird. You're not communicating completely. Remember what I taught you on Monday? That whenever you have a situation where you have a weirdness like extra electrons or not enough electron or losing electrons, what do, Ryan? Brackets. This would still not be communicating completely, because I would be saying to you, oh, okay, so this is an ion, but did it gain or lose electrons? See, what did you not tell me? What is the charge? Then I would look at you and go, oh, I see why there's these 2 X's. I thought you were just goofy. No, those 2 X's must be the 2 electrons that you gained in order to become a charged ion. Any questions on SO4 -2? Maddie, thank you for volunteering. Carbon, how many? Oxygen, how many? Times. And now that we know how important those -2s are, does that mean we subtract 2 electrons or we add 2 electrons? So what is 6 times 3? What? That would be, if it was 6 plus 3, 6 times 3. What?
It's 18.
18 plus 4. Try 18 plus 4. An even number plus another even number, you're saying is 21. Oh, I heard 21. I'm sorry. 22 plus 2 more is? Yes. Good job, Maddie. All right, Maddie, who's in the middle? You ready to count by 2s? 2, 4, 6, 8. Ten. We're done. Sorry, you ran out of electrons. Even with the 2 extra electrons, she ran out of electrons. All right, Maddie. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Somebody's not satisfied. Who's not satisfied? Who does not have 8? Good. So carbon's going to have to, hopefully carbon will be bonded to somebody that has a pair of electrons that it is not using. Is it? So carbon is not bonded to oxygens who have pairs of electrons they're not using. Maddie? The answer is yes, it does. So the question is, Maddie, who do you want to double bond with? The one on the top, the one on the left, the one on the right? Which one? Everyone agree? No lefties here? Robert says that he's a lefty. He wants to go with the left. Fine. Nope. If anything, you should go with the right because I'm a libertarian and I'm more on the right side of the political spectrum. No, I never said left. Is there another possibility? Are any of these right? They're all right. So, when you encounter these situations where it can be any possibility, you can either draw all the possibilities or draw one and put an R. The R means it resonates. That means that that double bond flitters back and forth between all the possibilities. What? Anywhere. So if you're sitting there going, like Maddie, should I place it on the left, on the right, on top? Where should I put it? They're all the same. Then what you do is choose one and then put an R so that I understand, that you understand, that it resonates. Good job, Maddie. Okay, here's the hardest one of them all. Malachi, thank you. Oxygen, how many? If your girlfriend can do a hard one, you can do an even harder one than that. What? 6. Hydrogen, and what does the -1 mean? Total? Who's in the middle? Ready to count by twos? Go. You done? Why didn't we put any dots around hydrogen? Yeah, hydrogen doesn't take dots. It just takes a bond. One bond is all that is needed for hydrogen. Are we done, Malachi? What's needed? Good job. And now, Maddie, you should be so proud of having a boyfriend that is as smart as Malachi. Here, a much harder structure, and he just blew right by it while you struggled a little bit through it. You should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of yourself. Good job, Malachi. No, I was just kidding. That one was much easier, wasn't it? Poor Maddie had a much tougher one. All right, how about this one? No. Let's get a volunteer who's not volunteered. Yesterday or today. Emma, did you volunteer yesterday? Oh, here we go. What's sulfur? What's oxygen? 2 times 6 is +2. Who's in the middle? Can you count by twos? Ready? Done. Everyone happy with 8? Emma, don't listen to them. Emma? Okay, let's count them. Oxygen, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, you're right. Oxygen, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so far so good. Sulfur, 2, 4, 6. You're screwed. No, Emma, everyone does not have 8. So what do we do when we're faced with this situation where somebody does not have 8, but they need to have 8? Double bond. Okay, who can you double bond with? The left or right? We'll decide. Okay, fine. But Robert over here, he's pretty mad because he thinks it should be with, no, she said left. The right. So which one of you guys is right? Which one's wrong? Okay, so you can either draw all the possibilities or, since I'm lazy, I like to It's wrong. All right, another tough one. Bobby, have you done one? Okay. Raise your hand if you'd like to volunteer. No, and you haven't done one in the last 2 days. I know that people haven't. Zach, thanks. Nitrogen, how many? 5. Oxygen, how many? Well, that's odd. This one had a plus. We've gotten used to minuses, and minuses we added more electrons. What do you think plus means? Which is a good thing, because that way we now have an odd number, an even number. We were headed for an odd number of electrons, which we have never seen, nor will we see, even though it is possible. But not in CP chemistry, it's not. All right, who's in the middle? Can you count by twos? Start. Okay, we're done. Does everyone have 8? Who does not? Oh, nitrogen. Okay, so what does that mean that it does not? Okay, so let's take this one away and double bond. Now does everyone have 8? Who does not? I thought we fixed that. So what do we do? Now does everyone have 8? Are we done? What? What's left? And why didn't we put a bracket on this one? All right. Almost done. NO3. Danielle, thank you for volunteering. Nitrogen. You were here yesterday, right? Oh, you did one yesterday. Robert, did you do one yesterday? Sierra, did you do one yesterday? All right, Sierra. Nitrogen, how many? It's in the 5th column. Try again. Oh, good, good, good. 5. Oxygen. It's in the 6th column. Yes. Times. Don't look there, look up here. And what does the -1 mean? Okay, so what is 6 times 3? Plus 5. Plus 1. Who's in the middle? Are you ready to count by twos? That's it. That's it. You've put them all. Is everyone happy with 8? Who's not happy with 8? All 3 oxygens are not happy with 8? Sierra, let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's the 8. There's the 8. There's the 8. It appears that oxygen is okay. What about nitrogen? Has only 6. So what do we do, gang? Which one? The one on the left, the one on the right, or the one on the bottom? Sierra? Well, what if you want to go to the left? Well, what if you want to go to the bottom? Oh, okay. So we can draw all the possibilities, or we can write we can draw all the possibilities, or we can say that it resonates by writing the letter R. Are we done? No. So what do we need to do? What you mean by parentheses is brackets. And good job. So, any questions so far? Is this the next one, the last one? How about this one? Be careful. How do you want to do this one? What is Mg? A metal or non-metal? Metal non-metal forms ionic bonds. Remember the first ones we learned that all of them had brackets? This is like that. So, how many magnesiums do we have? Do the positive ions have dots, or are they naked? Are they the ones who lose the electrons? What? Yeah, that's why I put 3 of them. What's the charge on Mg? +2. And how many phosphates do we have? Let's see, we already drew phosphate. And that is the ionic compound for magnesium phosphate. That only works when you have a metal non-metal. So the first thing you need to do when you're looking at these is ask yourself, is this a metal non-metal or a non-metal non-metal? If it's a non-metal non-metal, then it's exactly the way that I just taught you, with dashes and dots. If it's a metal non-metal, then it's going to be brackets and dots.